starting this video off with the selection for Free Art Wednesday, and the winner is Tabby. I will have sent you a message by the time this video goes up. Please check that ASAP so I can start your artwork for this Wednesday's video. I also previously explained that Thiet was the one who won the custom patch from the last video for the first week of December. This is the artwork from that video, and here is the custom patch that has already been delivered to her account, just to kind of give you guys like a before and after so you know what to expect going forward in case you're new to Wajas or custom patches in general. This week's custom patch is a Krampus styled patch with a angry imp that's kind of like an angry reindeer. The patch is being drawn by Kanta and she's almost done with it, so it will be delivered on time. The artwork will be complete by the end of this video, obviously. Duh. Yeah. So this is that custom patch. Thank you everybody who responded in the last one and showed their support. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to share the news of what's coming in this Friday. You know, it's scary, to be perfectly honest. It's kind of a scary thing, and I've never gone through that before. I've had 2 C-sections before, which is probably a more severe type surgery, but I am the type of person that I get anxious and overthink everything and assume the worst is gonna happen, and of course the worst is death in this case, but hopefully that's not what's going to happen. I'll definitely poke around and have my iPad so I can still do some doodles and chat and everything. Maybe I'll do some like quicker, shorter type videos just to kind of keep things going on the channel. I don't know. I have no idea what to expect, but I definitely knew I wanted to get everything all situated for when I do have it. So like Santa Apollo is all set and ready to go. I believe start date is the 17th, and it is a 12-day advent calendar and mostly all brand new items. Lots of fun stuff in there. Hopefully you guys like them. I know again it's not every day like we've done in the past, but I've previously explained we're just trying to lighten the load a little bit, you know, having Halloween and everyday Christmas advent calendar. It gets really crazy in the end of the year for us. So just trying to balance things out a little bit, focus on some holidays maybe in the beginning and throughout the year instead of it all jam-packed right at the end. So hopefully you guys will still like that, and hopefully these custom patches are like a nice way to offset that, because this is a little bit easier than having to do all those different images for each breed. For the most part, everyone on the site seems to be pretty good, and the gifting tree has taken off, you know, at a great start. I've already received a bunch of gifts myself, you know, thank you to everybody who has thought of me and sent the gifts. I do appreciate it. I'm thankful, you know, I got all my Christmas shopping done in the beginning of last month, or mostly last month, so now that I know I have the surgery coming up, I don't have to worry so much about running out and getting Christmas presents and anything like that. The only thing that we're missing is a Christmas tree, and I kind of need my husband for that one, and he's always working because he works for the post office and they never give him time off. So, you know, they work him pretty hard there. We're hoping that he'll get some time off so that he can take the kids and get a tree. Who knows what's going to happen this year? It's going to be out of my hands. You know, usually I'm the one that's kind of getting everyone moving and getting things going for our own holiday stuff, and I'm not going to be able to do that this year, so I don't know what to expect, but hopefully it'll be smooth. You know, my mother-in-law will be here, and I know she's definitely not going to let the kiddos have a Christmas tree-less Christmas. Hopefully with her here, and hopefully my parents too can kind of help get everything situated, at least so that my kids can have, you know, a nice Christmas tree. My son mourns the Christmas tree every year when we have to take it down, so it's super important to him. And my daughter, this will be kind of her first Christmas, so she'll be a little more aware of what's going on. 3 is probably more of the sweet spot, and she's just barely turned 2, so still be kind of confusing, but she definitely understands that wrapped presents are presents, and that's kind of where you get all those new toys and things. And I'm excited because I actually have a child now who loves clothes, so I can buy her like an Elsa dress and know that she will be super excited for it. Whereas my son, if you buy him clothes, he's like most kids where he just takes the clothes and throws them aside and jumps to the next present. So it'd be kind of cool to have a kid that appreciates clothes. My daughter very much likes Elsa from Frozen and dresses and bright colors and all that. So it will be fun to experience the girl side of Christmas now instead of just the boy side. But yeah, I'm thankful I got most of the gifts and everything all set. They're even wrapped and ready to go. Just need the tree. I ordered more bugs for the dragons, and hopefully my husband will be comfortable enough to feed them, because not everybody has it in them to grab a bunch of creepy crawly buggies. We'll see how that goes. I guess I need to get like a knee scooter so I can kind of do these things myself. I have no idea what to expect. It's nerve-wracking. We'll see how it goes. It's supposed to be kind of a quick in and out Friday morning, and then home by like Friday afternoon, as long as there's no complications, I guess. It's scary. It really is. So I'm just thankful to have what I have done around the house, so hopefully there won't be any disruptions. And Wajas, for the most part, is all set. Gotta finish a couple more chores around the house, and then I think we're probably good to go. Yeah. That's all I really have on my mind right now, is that darn surgery. I don't have a whole lot else to talk about. Maybe I should pull up some questions. That might have been the way to go. I'm trying to get into the habit of just like talking and doing my own things. A lot of you have shown appreciation of just kind of hearing me blab on. Kind of like in the old days where I would post, random news posts about just what I was doing that day, and I definitely hear that a lot of you enjoy that type of conversation. I stopped doing that a long time ago just because I started getting people who were complaining that it wasn't Wajas related, and I was a young kid, so it's really it can be really stressful to have a lot of people, even if they're strangers online that you don't know. It still can be kind of stressful to have people constantly giving negative feedback, and that was ultimately why I stopped doing a lot of those personal news posts, just because I didn't want people to be upset with me. And for years I have actually tried to poke staff into kind of thinking what they thought of doing journals. I didn't want to add a journal feature just so that I could post stuff, because that's been a little too crazy, and staff never quite fed into the idea. So I guess maybe the YouTube stuff can become like my journals, I guess, if people continue to enjoy my ramblings and want to hear what I have to say. So let's see, I'm going to just kind of scroll through. I know some of these questions I've already answered. Okay, so I have some questions from Emily. I think that's where I left off with my question and answer video. Emily said, when did you start doing art? I started doing art from a very young age, 4-ish maybe, probably even younger than that. My daughter's 2 and she's already drawing all over the place. My walls are all kinds of combinations of colors because she keeps drawing on the darn walls. But trying not to stress that, I figured I'll just repaint it when she's a little bit older and pick my battles, and if she wants to draw on the walls, whatever. I guess she could be doing worse things. It's just not worth the aggravation to stress out about that, in my opinion. So granted, I don't encourage her to draw on the walls, but if she happens to do it, oh well, it is what it is, and I'll just plan to repaint the walls later. So I started at a very young age. My parents still have artwork that I did when I was like 4 or 5. And I've just always kept doing it. Let's see, the next question was there a particular person or artist that inspired you to do art, keep going when it became tough, or inspired you to start doing art? I think most people would agree that Disney is kind of one of the leading jump starts to getting interested in art, especially like Lion King and the animals and stuff. That was pretty inspirational for me growing up. I know in high school I was really into the anime, and just the very few that we had available in the US at the time, and talking with people online, getting my hands on Wolf's Rain and stuff like that. But those were kind of the jump starts, I think, of like finding inspiration from other artists. I've never really been super into the old classic timey legend artists. I think Da Vinci had some that I liked. I liked how he drew people and the way he captured anatomy in his lines, but I never really did like a serious art history or anything like that. I never really had interest in it, which is probably like a super taboo thing to say for artists, because I think most artists will go through some kind of history lesson and review, like Renaissance artists and things like that. But my favorite styles are actually probably more of the conceptual artists who will do like quick landscape paintings. where the focus might not necessarily be trying to get all the detail in there, but more of the color and feeling of the image. Anyways, I'm out of time for this video. Emily has some other questions that she wants answered. I will do those for the next video. If you like the video, please consider commenting, liking, and subscribing. Those are also the 3 things I need you to do if you want a chance to win this custom patch on the site. Here is the work in progress version of the patch, just to kind of give you an idea. I think he's pretty awesome. Too bad I can't comment myself so I can get enrolled in the draw. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.